In this time of year, in the spring, there is often occasional rain, but one of the things that we lacked the most this past season that's definitely going to impact our decisions is the fact that we didn't get very much rain over the winter. Only a heavy, like Noah's Ark amount of rain could bring back the water that California needs to maintain its normal operation of farming. My name is Seth Cooley, and I'm a farmer. This year we did plant a substantial amount of wheat, just like we do any other year, and for the longest time, as a lot of us know, it did not rain at all. We had to make ditches and put our sprinklers out and irrigate that wheat in the hopes that it doesn't die. We took the risk of watering it, even though the margins on that crop are not very significant for us to even justify watering it several times. So we took a gamble there, hoping that one day it will rain throughout this winter, as it somewhat has, to the point where we hopefully won't have to water it twice. Well, luckily for us, we have still have a good source of water even without the rain, and that is Lake Berryessa, Solano Irrigation District. However, farmers across the entire state have just been scrambling for the past 6 months. For example, one of the most impacted areas is definitely Southern California and the Central Valley, and all of that land is very fertile, very good ground, but they don't have the natural rainfall that we have here, and they also don't have any subsurface water systems like we have here. We have deep wells and everything, so they're heavily dependent on the federal and state governments to deliver them water out of the reservoirs from Northern California. Solano County will probably be one of the last counties in California to actually run out of water. In the event that it doesn't rain for yet another year, a substantial amount of rain, and an even greater state of emergency we might go into. But that would be pretty devastating in the fact that we would have to lay off a significant labor force that we have intact. It would be a sharp blow to the infrastructure of Northern California farming. But in the absolute worst case scenario, we would be able to only survive for a year or two at most, not having any crops. The fact that a lot of farmers across the whole entire state are letting their fields go fallow, meaning that they're not going to plant anything, it's bound to significantly increase the price of food. A lot more food will have to be imported. Even right now we import tomatoes and everything from South America, and they'll have to do more of that to keep up with the demand, and that puts, for example, South America in a position to raise their prices and screw over the American consumers. At this point we're in our planting season, and the rain is almost cumbersome because it's preventing us from sticking to our schedule that we had all on our minds. But honestly, every bit helps. But to bring California completely out of a state of emergency, Northern California would probably need to see 100 inches of rainfall over the course of 3 years.
And that's not very likely.
Not very. Farmers are known to be eternal optimists. The weather's always going to be better, and we're always going to get better yields and everything. And I think right now, a lot of the people in Central and Southern California, a lot of the farmers are saying next year we'll get a lot more rain, which is probably not going to be the case. Just to everyone out there, if you know how to do a rain dance, by all means do it, because we do need it, and we will continue to need it.